This is the truth about slavery. Now, why are we even going to talk about such an ancient and evil institution? We really don't understand the history of slavery. We cannot identify its causes, and we therefore have a very tough time fighting its echoes and remnants in the here and now. And I would really like to make the case that we can put an end to human slavery once and for all. But first of all, we have to understand what it is and where it came from. So let's dive in, shall we? Thank you so much for your time. So the history of slavery. Slavery is an ancient institution common to all cultures throughout history up until the 19th century, and in many places into the 20th and 21st century. How did you become a slave? Well, you became an insolvent debtor, ran out of money. You were sold into slavery by your parents, or you were born to slave parents a lot of times, or you were captured through kidnapping by slave raiders and pirates, particularly the Barbary Coast. Slave dealing was an accepted way of life throughout all of human history, fully established in all societies, unopposed by religion, in fact, almost always supported by religion. Christians supported slavery through the Old Testament. Muslims supported slavery explicitly, and Jews supported slavery, ran a lot of the slave trade. Now, a lot of the slaves in the world throughout history were white people or Europeans. In fact, the very word slave comes from Slav, or people of Eastern Europe. Now, the people from Eastern Europe, the reason why Slav became slave was because for thousands of years they were subjected to every conqueror who swept through the region. Celts, Greeks, Romans, barbarians, or the Conans. The ancient Greeks, who a lot of Westerners get culture, art, music, and philosophy from, were utterly dependent on slavery. Plato's Republic, one of the first blueprints for fascistic totalitarianism in the history of the world, was firmly based on slave labor. Plato himself said that owning 50 or more slaves represented the possessions of a wealthy man.